Well, we're back with another video. I just couldn't help it. I mean, we've been so video absent over the last couple of weeks just due to timing and some busy things going down that I felt I had to get this information out on Resident Evil 2, guys, the remake. And it just came out here January 25th, 2019. It was actually just before my birthday, but I had a chance to go out and pick this up because I knew this was going to be an amazing game. And let me tell you, and I know there's already lots of other reviews out there, but I'm just giving you my 2 cents on this one. This was an amazing game. I finally can say some good, positive video game acknowledgement as opposed to all the other flops that have been out there over the last 2-3 months. This game brings you right back to the horror that we all remember back in the late 90s, and just living that experience again through Leon and Claire, and going through the police precinct, and even trying navigating the city somewhat, even trying to get there. From the beginning, the tension is on. The graphics are amazing, guys. I mean, yeah, sure, it's going to look a ton better than it did in the late 90s, but the point is that they just look great. They look better than most games out there right now. I mean, I just didn't expect it to look that good, especially, I mean, I am playing on the Pro, so the PS4 Pro, so I guess we expected a little bit of a nudge up, but yeah, it just looked wonderful. And then just straight out of the gate, like I said, you're trying to dodge these zombies and so forth, and these things are a little quicker than I expected. It is hard to dodge them, and when they latch on, and you're just like, idiot, what am I doing? You feel like such a noob trying to run through these situations and get around it. And once you get into that police precinct and you think, well, I'm safe for a moment, things just start unraveling piece by piece, and I had already forgotten a lot of the storyline. I mean, I remembered some things and some of the major characters like Mr. X and, what was it, Tyrant or whatever like that, the Birkin guy. But either way, these guys start, as you get into the game a little bit, the intensity just starts rising more and more as, the liquors start coming out, and now they're an issue, but you can kind of get around them if you stay super, super quiet. But at other times, other zombies are coming back to life, or they're crashing through windows, and you can board up windows, and yeah, and it's true, your capacity of what you can carry is super small, but you can find these packs along the way that increase your slots by 2 every time you find one, and it feels like every time you find another set, you're like, okay, this is good, I'm carrying more stuff, I got a little bit more ammo. I played pretty conservative. I actually have about a 5-hour stream that is out there that I played the first night, and I played as Leon, and I was just having a ball, man. I mean, I had my cousin Ryan, because he was like, you got to get this game, and I had him. He was watching the stream, and he was texting me back and forth, and we were just having so much fun, just because when I get caught off guard, and here I'm yelling like a little schoolgirl, because I'm getting grappled by a zombie, and if you barrel through doors, you better watch out, because sometimes there could be a zombie around the other side, and they'll just latch straight onto you, and it's intense. And I really didn't know intensity in a game until Mr. X finally came out, and basically he's the bioweapon that's kind of following you around, trying to, I guess, tie up all the loose ends, and he is chasing you continuously for like a good, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how long it takes you to get through the section. But I'm trying to navigate this freaking police precinct, trying to find ways around him, because you can hear his footsteps, and they're menacing, and they're always right behind you, and you have no time to stop. I mean, luckily, you can play on a mode where you can save as often as you want, or you can play on hardcore, where you actually have to find the ink ribbons. I played it a little safer. I decided just to save as many times as I wanted to. I think I ended up beating Leon's story in about 10 hours, which is ridiculous, but like many others, we just want to just kind of explore the game to see what's out there. I don't really care about getting a trophy because I beat it in less than 5 hours or this or that. I'm like, sure, maybe on the next run through, but I want to make sure I get to experience the full game and see everything that it has to offer. And I was not disappointed in one little bit, and I don't think you guys will either. So if you are any fan of the past Resident Evil games and that horror element, that good old school horror, and not so much the newer Resident Evil like 5 and 6, where it's just all actiony and you're finding just hundreds and hundreds of bullets out of your machine guns and this and that. I mean, sure, it was fun. You had that 2-player co-op. I mean, that was a great element that they added to the Resident Evil series, but this one just takes you back. And the puzzles are great. I mean, you really have to kind of think, and a few of them took me a little longer than I wanted to, but when you get done with it, it feels so satisfying. I didn't have to look up any guides. Most of them, you could work them out. You just had to slowly just start putting the pieces together, and it was just great. It's a great experience, guys. Now, I will admit, For a $60 price point for a remake, this does seem a bit high. I mean, again, it is a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm still having fun. I still have more to play through to finish out Claire's, and then supposedly you can play Hunk, which he's one of the Umbrella operatives. He was in some of the previous games, and so you get to play him, and then you can also play the Tofu guy, which I wasn't really into, but whatever, you can play him too. And so there's more to do, and still other things to unlock, and there's even the things you get to unlock is pretty cool. Plus, I heard there is some DLC coming for this game, which, again, at least it feels like they planned it right. I mean, true, could they've just given us some of the DLC and not made us pay more into it? That's true. But overall, for what we're getting out of the game and like the excitement all over again, was easily worth the price of admission for 60 bucks. I will say I think it was a little high, but if you wait a little bit, the price will probably lower as well. It's not like you have to rush out to buy this game because it's not a multiplayer. It's not like you're missing out on leveling or this or that. But again, if you want that old school horror and being able to be on the edge of your seat and trying to figure out those puzzles and defeating those enemies and just racing against time, this one's going to be for you guys. So anyways, that's my take on Resident Evil 2. I wanted to get it to you all. This will probably be it for this week. Thank goodness. I think I've put enough videos out there for now, but there will be more coming. So make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next game review. Adios.